Hi, Mrs. Hensley's friends. I need you to get your week 5 responsibility social studies weekly out of one of your manila folders. It should be the one that says social studies. Okay, I believe it says math, social studies. It might say art, math, and social studies, I think. So get that out. Again, it's week 5. There's a 5 right here, responsibility, and it looks like it's got responsibility in purple. Okay, if you need to hit the pause button, you may go ahead and do that. Mrs. Hensley's going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to learn about responsibility today, and it says responsibility. Everyone has responsibilities. A responsibility is a duty to do something or not to do something. Okay, good citizens have responsibilities. We all have responsibilities. Mrs. Hensley has to load and unload the dishwasher. We have to clean our house. If we don't clean the house, that's our responsibility. And if we don't do it, it doesn't get done. Nobody else is going to do it for us, okay? Mrs. Hensley has the responsibility of teaching you guys and making videos so you guys can learn. Your parents, unfortunately, have the responsibility right now to help make sure that your work online is getting finished during distance learning. So we all have responsibilities, and you have a responsibility to be good to your parents, to be good to adults, to be good to teachers. You have a responsibility to make sure that you're making good choices, right? So we all have responsibilities, okay? So again, good citizens have responsibilities. So let's open this up here. Okay, responsibility. What are your responsibilities? What responsibilities do you have at home? And what responsibilities do you have at school? We all have responsibilities at home. We have responsibilities at school when we come back to school, right? Okay, so this little girl, her responsibility is, it looks like she's making her bed. That's a responsibility that she has at home, something that she has to do as a job to be responsible at home. They are recycling, okay? So they're being responsible by recycling. This little boy is washing the dishes. So I'm sure his parents are very happy about him washing the dishes because they're not having to do it. He's being responsible. He is carrying the groceries into the house. So he's being responsible. This little boy is doing his schoolwork. He's being responsible. That's his responsibility. This little boy looks like he has some Windex and he's washing something. I'm not sure what he's washing, maybe window. So that's his responsibility. Might be his chore at home. And these friends are raising their hands because they need to speak to their teacher or answer a question. They're being responsible by raising their hands. Okay? Sorry, friends, Mrs. Hensley's throat is getting dry. So when you follow the rules, you are being responsible, okay? So she has chores by making her bed. Their job is to carry out the recycling bin. His responsibility job is to wash the dishes. He's helping his parents carry in the groceries. He's following the rules by listening to his teacher. He's following his rules at home by cleaning the window, and they're following their rules at school by raising their hands to talk. They're not yelling out, and that is one of our jobs at school, is to not yell out. We raise our hands if we want to talk, unless Mrs. Hensley says popcorn answers, and that's just shooting out answers. Okay, so rules. Rules tell us what we can and cannot do. They help to keep us safe. School rules keep kids safe and help us learn. Okay, rules. We have a rule to drive. us adults, we have a rule to drive the speed limit. And if we're speeding, we're breaking the rule, right? So we might get a speeding ticket from a police officer. Okay, so us adults have to follow the rules too. Okay, when we're at school, the teacher should not be running down the hall, just like the students should not be running down the hall. So we have to follow the rules just like you guys do, okay? So school rules help us stay safe and they help us learn, okay? So he is raising his hand. All of these friends are raising their hand because they want to talk to the teacher. If they were all yelling out or all asking a question at the same time, then the teacher would not understand what they are trying to ask because she wouldn't be able to hear all of them. So they raise their hand and wait their turn for the teacher to call on them. Okay, so that is a rule in the classroom because we can't have 20 students talking at one time, can we? Okay, right here, rules change. Your parents make rules for you at home. There may be different rules when you go to a friend's house. You can show respect by keeping the rules. Okay, for example, if you're having a slumber party and you're going to spend the night at someone's house, if your parents or your family member that you live with lets you stay up late at night and not go to sleep until late at night, you go over to a friend's house to spend the night and their bedtime is 7:30, 8 o'clock. You need to be respectful, even though you might not be tired, but you need to lay down and go to sleep, okay? You might get to stay up late at night at your house, but you have to be respectful when you go to someone else's house, okay? Or it might be the other way around, okay? You have a bedtime at home. You have to be in bed 7:30, 8 o'clock at home, but yet you get to go sleep over at a friend's house and you get to stay up really, really late, okay? When you go back home the next night, you can't stay up really, really late, can you? You have to go to bed at your normal nighttime. So, we have to respect others by keeping their rules, okay? Okay, let's look at natural consequences here. Natural consequences. Every day we make choices. Every choice we make has a consequence. Okay, a consequence is what happens after you make a choice. It can be good or it can be bad. Okay, remember when Mrs. Hensley was talking about how if us adults are speeding and a police catches us, we get a ticket. And it's usually a couple of $100 and we're like, I don't want to pay that. I could buy something with that $200, but I have to pay that silly ticket because I got pulled over. That is a natural consequence. I was speeding, so I get a ticket. I get caught, okay? Natural consequence. You could make good choices and your parents didn't even expect you to do that, and they might see that you're doing something good and you usually don't do something good, and they're like, wow, look at you, and they might reward you for that. That's a natural consequence, okay? Maybe you don't usually like to clean your room. Maybe you throw a fit when it's time to clean your room, but your parents ask you to clean your room one day and you're like, I'm not going to throw a fit, I'm not going to argue, I'm just going to go do it. And they will be surprised. Or if you were to surprise them by doing it without them having to tell you to go do that, that would be a natural consequence because they might reward you for that. They may not, but just the fact that they're happy that you didn't argue or that you did it all on your own makes them happy and makes them feel good inside, which is going to help make you feel good inside because you pleased your parents or you pleased your family member for doing something good, right? Okay, so let's turn this back this way. The way we behave tells us what our consequence will be. Consequences teach us how to make good choices. Okay, so it can be a good consequence, it can be a bad consequence. Those are helping us make good choices. Okay, if I speed and I get a ticket, do you think I'm going to get the cop hands me my ticket, the police officer hands me my ticket, thank you, even though I'm not real happy, but it's not his fault that I got the ticket, it's my fault. Do you think I'm going to leave, excuse me, leave there and go speed immediately? No, because I just got a ticket and I don't want another ticket, so I'm going to make better choices, okay? Okay. So let's go to the back page of our Responsibility Weekly Social Studies, and we're going to write our name. Now, on here, I'm using a pencil, pretend pencil. We're going to write our name. Something very important about our name. All of our names start with an uppercase letter. Everybody's name in our class starts with an uppercase letter. Okay, Mrs. Hensley. Hensley is my name. Mrs. is how you address me, and I go by Mrs. because I am married. Okay, so the Mrs. part of my name, the M, has to be uppercase. So I'm going to use my pretend pencil so you can see it and write Mrs. Okay, then I'm going to write Hensley. Hensley is my name. My name has to start with an uppercase letter, and all the other letters have to be lowercase. Okay, that's how we're going to start writing our name. You might want to start practicing in your fish folder. Your name is inside your fish folder, and I want you to start practicing writing your name because you're supposed to be writing your name correctly, and correctly means you are writing it uppercase for the first letter. All the other letters are lowercase, okay? So Mrs. Hensley's going to write her name uppercase H, and all my other letters are going to be lowercase, okay? Okay, now, so your first letter of your name should be uppercase and all the rest need to be lowercase. I want you to try that. You will be sending a picture of this, so make sure that you're writing uppercase for your first letter and all the other letters are lowercase. Try to do your best, okay? Okay, it says mark the pictures. Mark the pictures that show children being responsible. Okay, it looks like she is jumping. Jumping. And it looks like she might be jumping on a bed or off of something. Is that being responsible? I don't think that's being very responsible. Do you? I don't think so. Okay, he is walking his dogs on a leash. Do you think he's being responsible? Yes. Okay. They are holding a sign. They're volunteering. Are they being responsible? Yes. Okay. What should happen next? Dad says, it's time to clean up. Okay. Dad is telling these friends that they need to clean up. It says, mark the picture that shows what you think should happen next. Okay, what is she doing? It looks like she's picking up her toys and putting them in the toy box. She is playing still with her dinosaur and her unicorn. If Dad says it's time to clean up, which one would be the best picture to choose? Okay, she's cleaning up. She's not. So it would be this one right here. Okay, Mrs. Hensley wants you to hit the green add response button and take a picture of the back page and send it to me. I hope you guys have a fantabulous Friday and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you hopefully next week. See you soon, friends. Love you. Have a great weekend. Miss you. Bye.